If the deep web is a hidden world, then Tor is your passport. But it's more than just a browser. It's a technology with a mission. Let's break down what Tor is, how it works, and why it's one of the most important tools in the fight for digital privacy. First, what is Tor? Tor stands for the Onion Router, and it's designed to give you anonymity online. It lets you browse the internet, including the dark web, without revealing your location, IP address, or digital fingerprint. But unlike a VPN, Tor doesn't just encrypt your traffic. It bounces it through multiple servers, called nodes, before it reaches its destination. This multi-layer routing is where the onion metaphor comes from. Each server peels away a layer of encryption, but no single one ever sees the full picture. Let's walk through how that actually works. Step 1. You open the Tor browser. It looks like a stripped-down version of Firefox, but under the hood, it's doing something powerful. When you connect to a site, Tor encrypts your request 3 times and sends it through a chain of 3 random nodes. The entry node knows your IP address, but not where you're going. The middle node passes your traffic along, but doesn't know who you are or what you're accessing. The exit node decrypts the final layer and sends your request to the actual site, but it doesn't know who you are either. Each node only sees the layer it's responsible for, and nothing else. This is called onion routing, and it's what makes Tor so effective at protecting your identity. Why does this matter? Because in a world of surveillance capitalism, targeted ads, government tracking, and data leaks, anonymity is power. Tor is used by journalists protecting sources, activists avoiding censorship, citizens in authoritarian regimes, whistleblowers sharing critical information. It's also used by ordinary people who just want to browse without being watched. And yes, it's used on the dark web because many onion sites are only accessible through Tor. But let's be clear, Tor isn't bulletproof. There are weaknesses, especially if you use it incorrectly. For example, if you log into personal accounts, your anonymity breaks. If you enable browser scripts or plugins, you risk leaks. If your operating system isn't secure, malware can bypass Tor altogether. That's why it's critical to pair Tor with smart habits, like using it inside Tails OS or a virtual machine, disabling JavaScript or using tools like NoScript, avoiding downloads unless absolutely necessary, never using your real name, email, or identifying info. What about speed? Tor is slower than regular browsing because it's bouncing your data around the globe. But that's the trade-off for privacy. And in most cases, the speed is more than enough for researching, reading, and communicating. So why does Tor matter? Because it flips the script. Instead of the internet watching you, you're watching the internet on your terms. Tor proves that privacy doesn't have to be illegal, extreme, or antisocial. It can be intentional, ethical, and empowering. In the next video, we'll guide you through setting up the Tor browser step by step and show you exactly how to use it safely. See you there.